Hi guys! So today we are going to make another lovely, really nice and sparkly birthday card, and this is going to be the mantelpiece one. Now the templates that I used are from craftworld.com. They came with one of the Craft Essential series magazines by Joan Next Door, and I have already made a masculine card, which I try to add a picture of here. And in there I was asked by quite a few of you if I could make a feminine version of this, so that's what I'm going to do today. So if you would like to find out more about the templates, and I don't want to really drag this video out by going through the same thing again, I will leave a link to that video in the description box below and also at the very end of this video, so you can go and check out how exactly I cut out all these templates, what I used. So I have two of the bases cut out in here, and I scored one of them at I think about 1¼ inches from top. This is going to act as a hinge. I'm going to add my glue to, and I am going to glue just the card front to this. So just like that, I have created a card base. Now I have already cut out the mats and layers and glued them together. So the larger one is from holographic card, and the top one is from, this is from Chloe's Creative Cards and the Rainbow Pastels, I think it's called. I will leave a link to the paper pad in the description box below if I can. So I'm going to take my collal glue now, and I'm going to glue this to the card base. And we have a piece that is going on the bottom in here. Again, I've cut out of white card, same as the card base. And then the matte layer from holographic, and then from the same paper as that there. So I'm going to glue this on top of that white one. And I'm going to pop this up on foam pads. From that Joan Next Door magazine box kit, I took the die set and the embossing folder, and I have prepared some things. So with the die set, with these 3 dies, so the clock detailed and the 2 outline dies, the smaller one and the larger one, I cut out this of white heavyweight card. We'll be adding colors to this. So that's what I used. And then I used some larger nesting circles, what I had in my stash, and I die cut, oh no, so actually, sorry, this one is die cut with the same size as this one. So just the white circle to go behind this, because this one will be colored. And then I have one larger one, which I use my nesting die sets for, which is just a tiny bit bigger. It will leave you just with that hint of a holographic behind it. And then 2 slightly larger ones, which I will give you the measurements to, in around, oopsie, the other way, so in around 3½ inches. And this one is again just slightly bigger, just to give you that hint of holographic. So the 3½ inch one, I just ran through my die cutting machine using this gorgeous embossing folder, and again this one we will be adding some color to. With the hands of the clock, there's a larger and a smaller one, I just die cut those from that same holographic silver card. So I'm just going to use a pink distress oxiding, and this one is the Kitsch Flamingo, to brayer over this circle here. So this is just going to really touch the raised areas on the embossed detail. And then I'm just going to use my blending brush just to add that color to this here as well. And then before this ink dries, I'm going to sprinkle this with clear gloss embossing powder. So now I'm just doing some quick layering. I'm going to add the clock face to the white circle in here. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this onto the holographic silver card. And now I'm going to add some foam squares behind this. I'm going to layer these two up as well. And pop these up on foam pads. So I have prepared some flowers. See how lovely and glittery that is. I'm going to show you just very quickly how I made those. So I've die cut 2 layers for each flower from the same card. One of them I just left plain, and these papers are from the Pastel Sorbet paper pad from Chloe's Creative Cards. It comes in so many different colors, and the 2 sides of the paper have 2 different tones of that same colors. I really love that. So I have 1 and 2. Only this one I have added some double-sided sticky tape to the front. I'm going to remove that now, and I am going to dip this flower with the sticky side into my crystalline glitter. And just like that, I have this gorgeous glittery goodness in here. Oh gosh, this fly is annoying me, honestly. Oh. Then I took the 2 together and I pinched up on each petal just like so. I add some glue in the middle of the one that does not have the glitter on it. I'm going to take the layer with the lovely glittery shine, and I'm going to offset this from the bottom layer, press down just to add a little bit of a pressure. And then I've die cut some of that silver holographic, the stamens, and I just added them in the middle of each of these flowers. So I'm going to set this aside for a different project. I only need these 5 today. And I've also, from the same paper pad, I took some of this tealish color, which I've die cut the foliage from. And this die set is again from Chloe's Creative Cards. Now, it was, I think, the Beautiful Bouquet ones. I will leave a link to it in the description box below if I can still find it. For the flowers, the dies that I used are all different ones, you can see. So these ones were from the Country Flower stamp and die set. I didn't use the stamps, only the dies. These are actually poinsettia dies. And this is again one of Chloe's floral dies. You can use any floral dies that you have. I just picked out a few different ones from my stash because I wanted to use different ones. So I'm just going to arrange them something like this around the clock. I think I like these. So I'm just going to take hot glue gun and add the flowers and some foliage around them. And while you watch me doing this, I'm just going to very quickly mention, if you haven't heard yet, if you are up for some Christmas crafting in July, make sure you check back to my channel from tomorrow daily for the next 12 days. We will be sharing some amazing videos as part of a collaboration. There will be a lot of inspiration. Also, if you've not yet seen my video where I shared about the card making success summit, make sure you check that one out because it is amazing and so exciting for me. And this is the card almost ready. You'll see me that off camera I will also add my sentiment, to which I printed out time to, and I popped the time on foam pads, time to on foam pads, and added it to the card, and Celebrate just glued it down flat onto that already raised up area. The sister die set is from Chloe's Creative Cards, and I've cut both the word sister and the outline out of white cardstock. This is from the Relatives 1 die set. And to the word sister I added the same pinking as I added to the clock face, and heat embossed it with clear embossing powder, layered them up, and I added it just to the right hand side there. I also am adding some sparklers from Chloe's Creative Cards, which are lovely super sparkly rhinestones to the middle of each flower. And what I'll also do is add the 60 to the other side. So where the sister is on the left hand side, I'll add 60. I cut that out on my electronic die cutting machine because the numbers that I have were too big to fit in there. It was just covering up too much of those leaves and the foliage. So I've got a smaller set out, and then exactly the same thing, added pink ink and clear heat embossing powder to the 60 and left the outline white, and this is the card finished. If you like this one, please do not forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure you leave me a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to share with your crafty friends, I'd appreciate that. See you soon back. Bye!